Hello, my name is Snehal Parikh, and I'm the product manager for Autonomous Database running on Exadata Cloud at Customer. Today, I want to talk to you about the value of the Autonomous Database, a new era of cloud database where everything is automated. Before we get into the Autonomous Database, let's focus on some of the key initiatives that you face every day in your businesses. First, you're looking for growth, whether it be through new customer acquisition, new market initiatives, mergers, acquisitions, and other activities. You're looking to run a more cost-efficient organization. You want to optimize your current system assets and the current cost structure that you're faced with. You want to make sure that you do this in the most secure and private environment possible, mitigating ever-increasing threats to your organization and your data. You want to leverage analytics to make better decisions faster. You want your line of business to have more discoverable data and more actionable data. And ultimately, you're really looking to fuel innovation. You want to integrate digital technology to drive real positive change within your organization. In other words, real digital transformation. And what is the backbone of every one of these initiatives? It's data. Data fuels every one of these initiatives, and it is the most important asset in your organization. But as you look to leverage the data that you have, or data from outside sources as well, there are a couple of different approaches that are found in the industry with regards to how to capture that data, how to manage that data, and how to leverage that data to make better decisions faster. If you look at most of the competitors that we have, they have multiple data integration technologies. So for each type of data or each type of data activity that you want to undertake, you may have to have a separate database, a separate interface, and separate integration is going to be required in order to be able to leverage everything that you'd like to do. We at Oracle have focused on integrated value. We have a strategy called the Converged database. What this allows you to do is to focus on business outcomes regardless of the data solution required. Why is that? Because each of these databases technologies is integrated into a common converged data solution. There are common interfaces for each of these and common development practices, so you spend less time focusing on integration and more time on real business outcomes. The value that provides to you is, number one, faster time to value, not only for your development teams, your DBAs, and ultimately your business teams that need to make those business decisions. We offer the widest range of consumption models, whether it be on-premise in your data center, whether it be in the public cloud, or within our cloud at customer offering as well, which is a cloud service consumption model, but which resides inside of your own data center. Every data solution that we have at Oracle has built-in analytics. Again, it allows companies to focus on their business outcomes and make better decisions faster. Security is a foundation in everything that we do. And the simple reason is we want you to protect your most vital asset, your data. And ultimately, there's a lower implementation cost to the Converged database solution, and ultimately a lower total cost of ownership as well. So when you look for a database solution, you want to have one that has these characteristics built in and one that will help you drive immediate value. But beyond just the database strategy, we reached out to a number of you, our customers, and asked, what are some of the key management challenges that you face when dealing with these database solutions? These database systems and tools are critical to you, but you've told us, almost 100% of you told us that it requires too much manual involvement to manage. 60% of you, more than half of you, complained that there was complexity in how to manage these environments. As these database solutions are being asked to do more and more every day, the management complexity around them is growing increasingly as well. Almost half of you also told us that these database management systems are too costly to acquire and maintain. And ultimately, a third of you have said they were just too slow to deploy. How can you realize time to value when you spend extra time to get these systems to deploy? So these need to be modernized, and they need to deliver more and faster. To address these concerns, we introduced an industry-leading solution called the Autonomous Database. The Autonomous Database is built on our Exadata foundation, but it offers automated capability to address some of those key management challenges that I spoke about on the previous slide. It allows you to have automatic provisioning, so you can rapidly and easily create mission-critical databases automatically. It's auto-securing. It protects your data from all external and internal threats by making sure that you're at the appropriate patch level, that all your security settings are set appropriately. We automate all of the infrastructure and now database maintenance capabilities as well. So all of the maintenance cycles are now the responsibility of Oracle in a cloud environment for the infrastructure, and the Autonomous Database takes care of the database maintenance cycles as well. We protect your investment. We recover from any failure without any downtime. There's built-in maximum availability within the Autonomous Database. We have auto scaling. We understand that your businesses will grow and shrink based on your business demands and your customer demands. So we want to have a database management system that's elastic and flexible as well as much as your organization is. So we deliver scalability, automatic scalability for the highest performance at the lowest cost. And ultimately, we want to optimize your environment and your investment. We want to run these workloads, these database workloads, without any human direction. This is a very innovative solution from Oracle that has already proven dividends for a number of customers around the world. When it comes to deploying Autonomous Database, I talked about one of the advantages for Oracle being deployment model choice. So we have several deployment model choices with Autonomous. First is shared in our public cloud environment. It's a very simple, elastic choice. Oracle autonomously operates all aspects of the database lifecycle, all the way from database placement to backup and updates. So you are running in our public cloud and you're taking advantage of those facilities. For those customers that want more isolation and a bit more control over their database environment, still within our public cloud, we have an offering called Dedicated. And Dedicated means that it's a customizable, dedicated environment. So you, the customer, and your Autonomous Database has a dedicated compute environment, storage, network, and obviously the database service as well. You're the only tenant in that environment. It provides the highest level of security isolation and provides you with the highest level of governance as well. But there are some cases where customers simply cannot adopt the public cloud. And so Oracle has an offering called Cloud to Customer, where we give you the cloud consumption model, but we deploy it within your data center. An Autonomous Database runs on our Cloud to Customer deployment model. Again, it's a dedicated infrastructure running on the Exadata database machine in your data center. So you have, again, dedicated compute, storage, and networking solutions, and it can connect to the Oracle Cloud if that's necessary. So again, we give you the most deployment choice of any vendor in the marketplace on top of the unique offering around Autonomous. Workloads. We understand that as you're trying to drive your businesses and address some of those initiatives that I talked about earlier, there are a number of different workloads that you would like to support, whether they be traditional transaction processing workloads, data warehousing workloads, analytics engines, capturing data from IoT systems, microservices development, structured data, unstructured data. There are a number of different workloads or a mix of workloads that you would like to have at scale, at any scale. And the Autonomous Database, the Oracle database, can support each of these. But the advantage that you have with running in an autonomous environment is that not only can you support any of those workloads, you have a choice of deployment models, but we've now included the ability to automatically manage the life cycle of that database. So again, we offer the ability to support every initiative that your organization has, but we want to reduce the overhead involved with not only managing the infrastructure with a cloud deployment, but also the database through the adoption of autonomous database. So with that, I thank you. So what I recommend is for each of you to reach out to your Oracle sales rep to learn more about the autonomous database and see what value it can bring to your organization too. Thank you very much.